I'm going to turn the mic over to my good friend Walrus, who's going to give us a little update on liquid loans and how to pulse. Walrus, the floor is yours.
Appreciate it, sir. Thanks for hosting. Yeah, so on the how to pulse side, as always, guys, we're trying to keep everyone up to date. We're trying to keep everyone educated. With the pivot to the new consensus model, as soon as we get a little more clarity, we'll go through and be updating a lot of the education materials, trying to make sure this stuff is as clear as possible. We'll try to do a lot of both, kind of broad strokes and, deeper dives on the information when we get more for V3. So I know we're all kind of waiting on a lot of that information, as we've tried to always do. We'll try to do explainer videos. We'll try to do some write-ups, some blog articles, all those types of things to keep everything nice and clean. We are still building the NFT marketplace. Development on that is going amazing. It is written from scratch, so there's a lot of testing in the background. There's not as much stuff that we show out front with it yet, but it's incredible. We're very, very happy with the progress on it. We've done a lot to make it very intuitive, and again, we'll be excited to share more with that. We likely won't share too much on the marketplace until we actually have a beta ready for people to play with, which is coming sooner rather than later. On the liquid loan side, everyone can see the DApp. We have our balances out, all those things. We do have an update coming to the DApp. Should be the next few weeks with a few more adjustments, a little more analytics, things to play with on there. We do have some things we're going to come out that are related to PulseX that we're excited to push out there as well. That'll be, it'll be sort of centered around LL, but a lot of it will be around education and some aspects of PulseX that really haven't been deep dived into. With both projects, we both have validators. LL has decided to take theirs down and then get ready, sort of focus on V3. How to Pulses is still up. We haven't really decided, but we just have so many people staked there. It's been up for so long. I think we're just going to go ahead and run it all the way up until V3 or until we get a more formal announcement. But again, we'll try to make that clear, give everybody plenty of time to unstake from that, and hopefully have some more interesting things on the testnet to point them toward. But as a whole, on both projects, we're building, waiting like everyone else, but we have a lot of great updates to come. And then as much as things are sort of changing on the chain, our ideas about education, inspiring, and building cool stuff hasn't. So we're still got our noses on the grindstone, still building, still happy to be here.
And Walrus is the best place for people to learn more about either project's website, Telegram, where at?
Yeah, I just posted a tweet with the official How to Pulse and the official Liquid Loans handle. Both Twitter pages, since obviously you're listening to us here, you can go to either of those. They have all the links, the websites, howtopulse.com, liquidloans.io. Of course, we have our Telegram channels, which again, you can find on the official, both the official Twitter accounts. They can always message me. We're pretty much everywhere.
Perfect. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for the update. Next, we'll pass it over to Rags to Riches, who is a co-founder of the Texan.cc project.
What you got for us? How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
Thanks. Good, man. Thanks for putting this together. A lot of credit to you for thinking about this. I think it's a great thing for the community and just people in general in crypto. So thank you very much. Appreciate you. So my name's Brandon. I'm the co-founder of the Texan token and founder of the Rags to Riches community. A quick update on our project here. On July 4th of this year, Crypto Heartbeat, which is the founder, and I publicly announced the details of the Texan project. We partnered up with an organization in Texas that is focused on Texas independence with a membership of roughly 435,000 people. Matt and I, which is Crypto Heartbeat, believe that the next evolution of blockchain and crypto onboarding is actively tokenizing existing communities with high memberships that have no exposure to crypto. So in mid-July, we kicked off a donation phase. We raised about $1.5 million for the 501c4 nonprofit. We had 1,836 donations, of which About 1,000 were cash donations, and 836 were crypto donations. Immediately after the donation phase was complete, we created a free claim campaign that is awarding hex stakers, Pulsechain sacrificers, and Pulsex sacrificers with 1 million Texan token per qualifying wallet. We currently have right around 17,000 individual wallets that have claimed thus far. And we'd expect that, based on those projections, to maybe increase to 25,000 to 30,000 by the end of our free claim period on the 19th of this month. Our lead developers, Ray Rastelli and Ryan Hungate, have been absolutely instrumental in creating a contract coded from the ground up, which is immutable, trustless, with no administrative keys, following the tenets of Richard Hart. Our primary mission currently is shifting to a focus of education, as I think many projects are, because we understand that onboarding communities is the most important thing, and the communities that we're talking to have no experience in crypto. So that's going to be our focus in the short term here. And I just want to say that we're extremely excited to be one of the first projects launching on Pulsechain. We're also very excited to be sharing the room with people who also wish to populate and build out Pulsechain so it can be up and running and functional on day one at a very high level. You can follow me on Twitter, or you can check out texan.cc. I pinned that to the top of this chat. And don't forget to follow Richard Hart Win on Twitter for Pulsechain updates moving forward. Thanks, KG.
Well spoken, brother. And again, thank you for all you and your team do. You're an incredible addition to the community. Up next, we have Dip Catcher, or Tonto, and he is the founder and developer behind the Maximus ecosystem. Where are you at with the ecosystem?
Hey, what's up, everyone? Thanks for having me on. So yeah, I'm Dip Catcher. I'm the creator of Maximus DAO. We focus on DeFi pooling. So we have a handful of hex stake pools where people could, rather than staking on their own, you can stake in these pools, and it provides massive gas fee savings, something like 99%. You earn more hex than staking on your own due to the bigger pays better bonuses, and the tokens are liquid, so you have access to instant liquidity. And so we started all this in May with our first launch of Maxi, which is a 15-year stake pool. We then followed it up in September with the launch of Maximus Team and the Perpetuals. Team is like the team member token for Maximus DAO. The Perpetuals are these auto-compounding stake pools of length 1 year for base, 3 years for trio, 7 years for lucky, and 10 years for desi. And so we rolled that out in September, and without skipping a beat, we just launched yesterday our next stake pooling asset, which is called Poly, which is a Hedron pool for bidding on these HSI stakes that are coming to auction. So we just launched that about 22 hours ago, and so far we have about 215 billion Hedron pooled. So that's about $800,000. It puts us at the 23rd largest Hedron address. And so, similar benefits to our regular stake pools is that users are going to get better access to higher value HSIs. These HSIs are bundled into like our standard Maximus stake pool. And so the gas savings are very high, something like 99%. And then it introduces enhanced liquidity, for these HSIs, because instead of just having to either sell it to the ICOSA system or try to sell them on NFT marketplaces, these HSIs are bundled into a contract, and then that contract issues a token, and that token is tradable. So those are what we launched. We definitely take pride in just how much we roll out. We're really trying to solve problems in the Hex ecosystem, and the Hex, and kind of by extension, Hedron and ICOSA. And in general, I build everything live on YouTube. So I know a lot of people that are listening, and also I'm literally live streaming right now on my YouTube. I try to just be as transparent as possible with everything, so that no one ever feels like any information was withheld. Like, like Poly, for instance, was built entirely from scratch on YouTube Live, where I just hop on, building the contract from scratch, building the front end dApps, talking through the various, parameters, talking through the, just the strategy. And it's been a really helpful experience. So that's something I would recommend to other people building, is to, just put yourself out there. There's really no reason to not publish your work in progress versions of your products. Like, there's really not. It only aids in the transparency, and I think it's a valuable community experience for people to be able to see it progress from idea. Poly was an idea a month ago. Now it's on mainnet, and so I think people being able to see that is pretty engaging. That's something that I would recommend to people that are building in the space, is that, I've experienced massive positive results as a result of just kind of building in public. And so I would highly recommend that to other people as well. And yeah, so you can definitely expect, more from the Maximus ecosystem. One, because it's like, there's like in this, and there's this endless source of opportunity out there. And two, we're only getting better at building these things. So, we're definitely going to keep pushing it, keep pushing the limits, keep building things that are valuable to users. And so, buckle up for the ride.
Great advice. Thank you for the update. Stick around. Up next, we have Just Ask Jesse with PowerCity. Tell us where you're at, brother.
Hey, y'all. So PowerCity is proud to be bringing to the community a number of tools. We like the idea of protocols that have tools that make life better for people on a blockchain. So one of those tools is called the Amplifier. It's a custom front end for liquid loans. It will look very different than some of the other front ends that you might find. And it allows you to set targets and goals and automate strategies. What have we been working on lately? Some of the latest things we've been doing inside of the Amplifier is looking at some of the fee optimization, gas optimization, making some minor tweaks to the front end, the way that it looks, the color, the feel, the words that are used, to make it as easy as possible. We're getting very close on this. And I think this last week, one thing that we've started to include is the idea of making it very easy for you to close out positions or pay back a loan if you happen to have a loan. So being able to pay back your loan from any number of sources or staking pools you may be participating in, and then having the protocol automatically convert some assets and pay down your loan in a fast, efficient manner, right? So it's going to be a very powerful tool to run liquid loans. In addition to that, we have Pixel Park NFT platform, which we believe will be one of the most robust platforms in existence. We've been looking heavily at other platforms, looking at some of their pitfalls with how NFT metadata is populated and so on and so forth. And we're trying to make our platform as fast and as efficient as possible, as well as giving all sorts of tools to people when they build their collections, right? Of course, on top of these two protocols, we have something called the Core, which allows you to participate in, we have a swapping platform inside the Core for you to acquire some tokens, and then you can go and stake those for fees. We have a bridge. We partnered with Multichain. So we can go from any one blockchain to over 60 other blockchains, your choice, cross-chain swap across multiple different chains. So those are some of the things that we're bringing to the community.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, your protocol or your ecosystem, it has a lot of tools definitely to make a lot of these different transaction types more accessible and I guess more liquid in terms of being able to move around. So thank you for all you and your team do. Up
And
next,
most importantly, KG, you can find us on Twitter at PowerCityIO, online at www.powercity.io, and at Telegram at t.me/PowerCityIO. Most important. Thanks.
yes, sir, Mr. Up next, we have Hexy Bastard, founder of Poor Pleb. What you got for us, brother?
Easy boys. Shout out KG. Thanks for putting this together, man. It's a nice community building effort you've got going on here. So yeah, Poor Pleb, aka PP, is essentially a meme coin. We just launched the other day. The narrative behind our meme coin is that we enrich the many and exclude the few. So our actual slogan is whales get nothing. Now we have a airdrop available. Well, it's a claim function where it's 3 million wallets, just over 3 million wallets are able to claim. And this is anyone who had between $1 and $1,000 of Shiba Inu, Baby Doge, Cool Cow, Rocket, quite a few others as well, Pulse Doge, Floki. And then if you sacrifice between $1 and $1,000 for Pulsechain, liquid loans, fiat, internet money, Mintra, a whole bunch of our favorite sacrifices that went on Pulsechain, you are also eligible for a free claim. We raised 1.4 million on the sacrifice, which absolutely blew my head off because it is a meme coin, but people loved it. We have amazing artwork. We have a great community building around this thing. And we are really aiming to be the best meme coin of the next full run. We just launched the other day on Ethereum. And I have absolutely huge hopes for the future. I think it's going to do really well. We have a unique narrative that's never been done before by excluding the whales completely from the airdrop. And you have something like, well, we started with 69 days for free claim. I think there's like 65 left. And so far we've had 3,500 people claim, but we're hoping to at least 10 or maybe 100x that by the end of the actual free claim phase. So there's nothing groundbreaking going on here. It's a zero utility ERC20. The only thing that we've got going really is the fact that we're fun. We have some amazing artwork by our illustrator, Crypto Biscuit. We've got a great team behind us, and basically we're just trying to rally the plebs. We're trying to get the 99% talking about this, and over time, you know, with the free money and with the cool artwork and with the unique narrative, I think we're going to do really, really well. So relatively short pitch from me, guys, because there isn't a hell of a lot to it. But yeah, zero utility ERC20, which is obviously going to get copied over to Pulsechain by default. And you know what? Like some of these meme coins that do nothing, they pump hard as fuck. And that's what we're trying to do. So yeah, that'll do it.
Thank you for sharing, brother. Next, we're going to point to OX Steph from Staker app. What's up, Steph? What you got for us, brother?
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Perfect. Yeah, so I'm the CEO of Staker app. So for those that don't know, Staker app is just a mobile application that help basically user being onboarded into the X ecosystem, and with the venue of arriving of Pulsechain, we'll be expanding into a new set of features. So historically, we've been the app has been downloaded for more than 150,000 times in the past 2 years. We distributed more than 25,000 smart wallets that are called Gnosis Safe that let users have advanced security features. We've generated more than $100 million of volume in trading via the application, and more than 10,000 millions of dollars of staking. The average duration of staking for our users in X is 11 years, and we are the largest, second largest front end for Hex after go.hex.com. I think we've been managing just to get these results in the past 2 years by because we believe that crypto was not really user friendly, and so including a lot of like gamification helped a lot, and focusing on a lot of core values that we share in the community. like Freedom. For Pulsechain specifically, we're doing a set of different things. We'll be obviously running on node. We have the technical capabilities. We are ready for delegated proof of stake, but since there is a recent change, we'll just be updating our infrastructure to act accordingly. We're actually very happy that we are moving towards something that is being more battle tested. And then ahead of the Pulsechain launch, we'll be launching the V2 of our application. We are planning to start alpha testing within the next 2 weeks. The new version of the app will contains way more statistics across hex derivatives, PLS, PLSX stats, a lot of chart and prices across all tokens. So not only the 3 tokens that we support today, but probably the top 100 tokens on Ethereum, and something for Pulsechain. This new version will also focus on improving awareness for security and privacy for all our user base. So we'll just increase the level of gamification to make sure that our users understand the challenges of being self-custodian over their funds. And hasn't been really formally announced before, but in the next few months, we'll also be most likely launching our own token or NFTs for most loyal customers with very sweet tokenomics, focusing on delaying gratification, security, onboarding, in education. Our goal for the next cycle is to reach about 10 million downloads, and we hope to reach definitely about 1 million monthly active users. So we have a big plan for marketing in the next couple of months once V2 is alive. And if you want to join that new exciting story, we're a team of 5 right now, but we're hiring across engineering, UX design, and product. So reach out to me or contact us at staker.app or on Twitter at StakerApp, STAKERAPP. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Steph. You and your team are absolutely legendary. Up next, we are going to introduce Stoic, who is the founder / developer, correct me if I'm wrong, of the Coast ecosystem. What you got for us?
Yeah, cheers, KG. Yeah, I'm Stoic. I lead a 6-person team here at Coast. Coast is also in this chat if you want to go check out that logo and follow us on Twitter. We've been operating for a little over a year now. Our business came out of the success we had in putting together pools for the Pulse and PulseX sacrifices. We put together over $4 million, I think, for each, which puts us in the top 20 for both of them. But what we found when we were doing that was that the people we were trying to get involved were largely no-coiners. We didn't do this with smart contracts. We did this with real-world contracts and investment products. And what we found is that many people have over-leveraged themselves into those sacrifices and needed buyouts even within our pool. So what we decided to do was, create this gamified token called Wait, which was a smart contract that tokenizes the time spent waiting for Pulsechain. It's a free claim. You can go find it at 0xwait.com. But another thing we discovered in the process of doing those was that really the main value add we can provide to the community is something that we hope will plug into all of the other tools created by all of you great founders out there in the builders ecosystem. We're building a fiat on-ramp stablecoin that's 1-to-1 USD backed and a fiat off-ramp, probably exclusively for Pulsechain, although we are talking about potentially putting it on Ethereum as well and maybe plugging into some of the other tools that all you guys have created. The complexity around doing this is actually pretty big. We've got a lot of people working on it. We're paying lawyers, we're paying lobbyists, we're in communication with FINRA and FinCEN about getting no action letters. And we're very committed to doing this in a legal way with regular communication with regulators, such that we're probably going to avoid having to be an MSB or an MTL. That's a money services business or a money transmitter. Really what we're trying to achieve is the smooth facilitation of assets getting from TradFi in the traditional world onto Pulsechain. And we're agnostic as to where it goes after that. You know, we want it to go into PulseX for exchange, and we want it to go into the other tools that everyone here is building. But our main focus is how do we get economic energy from off-chain onto Pulsechain with as few friction points as possible. That's what we're working on. We're just waiting on a couple of confirmations from regulators and banking partners before we can go live. We'll have testnet out for that in the next couple of months. And we're looking forward to working with you all if we can plug into your services in any way. So come join us at 0x Coast on Twitter, 0x Coast on our website, and I think it's Coast 0x for Telegram. So I look forward to working with you all.
Likewise, thank you for all the effort you and your team are putting in and all the tools and resources you're providing for the community. Up next, we have Buck, who is the founder of a few protocols, tools, and tonight he's representing the famous badge. What's up, Buck?
All right, thank you, KG. So we've done a couple of these in the past, and it's really good to get together, I think, and just kind of spread a positive message to everybody and just get a bit of excitement around what everybody's doing. And I hope, Richard, that you're listening. I know that you don't necessarily want to appear in these things publicly because, you know, obviously you can't endorse any of our products individually or be seen to be in that capacity. But I do hope you are listening and just seeing all the amazing stuff that we're all trying to bring to the Pulsechain ecosystem. So yeah, a bit about us. So obviously I'm the founder of Fiat, as well as famous.io, as well as fatty.io. And Fiat is a fork of Aave. That's live. You can play with it now on testnet.fiat.io. That's finished. We sent it off to the auditors now. And I guess the big news there is that we're going to be launching it on Ethereum now as well. And I think probably Q1 next year is probably a good timeline for that. So having a Richard Hart-centric Aave fork on Ethereum is going to enable for the first time borrowing and depositing of Hex, which allows leveraging, shorting, hedging, all these good things that you need in order to run a financial portfolio well. So for all the guys in here like Eric Wall, who are professional investors that would love to short Hex as much as they talk crap about it, they'll actually have the opportunity to do that for the first time. And then we are also doing a new project as well called famous.io. And this is going to be a leverage perp exchange for tokens in the RH ecosystem, as well as, you know, some of the guys up here tonight like Hedron, et cetera. So once again, the haters will be able to come and brag about shorting Hex, and those of you that believe can long it. Those of you that just want to hedge your position, or, you know, maybe get a 1.3x leverage long, you can do that too. So we're bringing those sort of DeFi solutions to the Pulsechain ecosystem, and we're a team that's basically comes out of traditional finance. We're investment professionals that worked together for 10 years in a traditional finance fixed income environment, but we have deep computer science backgrounds, not me particularly, but the rest of the guys that I'm working with on this. And yeah, we have a pretty good history of delivering on the things that we promise in a timely fashion. Just with the famous sacrifice that will be coming in the next kind of month or two, you should expect that it'll be capped like our first sacrifice. Our first sacrifice filled up in only 5 days. I expect something like this will happen as well. We cap our sacrifices because we want to leave meat on the bone. So just make sure that you follow this account and that you join our Telegram as well, because it's likely that this one won't last too long either. But yeah, we are really excited to bring things like flash loans to this ecosystem, and you know, we're already planning on building things to do arbitrage and other things that are going to make hopefully a better run ecosystem as well. So, you know, pricing will hopefully be you know, more accurate and things like that. So we'll keep producing solutions as long as you know, hexagons need them, and as long as Ethereum has like a little bit of a advantage over us with protocols. We're just going to keep taking the best stuff that Ethereum has and making it usable to you guys. So yeah, thanks everybody.
Thank you, Buck. Appreciate you, everything your team is doing. Up next, we have founder and developer of Stu. I think you're going to represent the Tetra protocol tonight, but I'll let you tell us about updates you have going on.
Thanks, KG, and thanks for putting the spaces together tonight as well. So people may know me from being the founder of the Reflection R2 protocol. R2 Reflection is effectively a reflectionary style contract protocol. We've just recently announced that we have removed all the fees from that protocol, and you're going to be able to still stake that and receive any coin on Pulsechain. It will exclusively launch on Pulsechain. A few weeks ago, we announced for a further development of a new protocol that is going to be associated with Reflection R2, and that's the Tetra protocol. So Tetra is this is sort of hot off the press just from a few weeks ago. We've not made too much of a big song and dance about it yet, but it is effectively a strategy building app. It's a software as a service that will it'll work on Pulsechain, but we also plan to take it multi-chain as well. And we hope that by the time we're finished developing Tetra, that Pulsechain is ready so we can launch there first. But effectively, Tetra as a drag and drop strategy builder, we're using a Google Blockly front end to allow for people to effectively drag and drop blocks that would in essence interact with any contract on the blockchain. So you could think of it as being like a really fully dynamic DApp front end that allows you to build out interactions with contracts. You can use it to visually create strategies that interacts with multiple different contracts, and it basically would trigger these actions and transactions during certain market conditions and certain listeners that we're tapping into through its decentralized oracles and things like that. So it's all relatively new stuff. There's going to be a wallet that's attached to it. It's going to be the strategy wallet, and we've got some other cool features as well. So I'll post a tweet, KG, and you can maybe pin it, and anybody that wants to find out a little bit more about the three protocols, the Refraction R1, Reflection R2, and the Tetra protocol, we've got some information on the website. And if you check out our Telegram room, we've done a recent AMA over there that really goes into quite a lot of detail as to what Tetra is. So thanks very much.
Thank you, Stu. And your protocol, bringing another cool utility, another dynamic utility, making it easy to drag and drop. That seems to be one of the biggest shortcomings in the crypto space, is that beginner gap.
Yeah,
next,
absolutely.
Oh, yes, sir. So next, we will open it up to Alex, who is the founder and developer of Hedron and Icosa. What's up, brother? What you got for us?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for putting this together, KG.
Of course. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, so I'm Alex. I'm creator of Hedron and Icosa. Just a quick overview. Hedron is a system which rewards hex stakers with pre-mintable tokens. It also enables the ability for trustless lending, where the beneficiary is the entire collection of Hedron holders and not just any one individual. And probably one of the most notable things is it allows the encapsulation of hex stakes to be traded as NFTs on secondary markets. Icosa is a addition to Hedron, which enables the staking of Hedron itself for the Icosa incentive token. It also has some interesting features with those encapsulated hex stakes, allows them to be sold to the Icosa contract for those incentive tokens, and those incentive tokens themselves can be staked. Lately, there's been a lot of news. We've got this stuff with Poly that just happened, which is a kind of a trustless pool that
Dipcatcher has been working on, and that allows people to all enter in and collectively bid on these HSI auctions. And what those are is people who borrow against their HSI hex stakes. They are able to, if they don't make certain payment schedules, they're able to get liquidated, and it goes to an auction and the public can bid on those things. And one of the features that ICOSTA brought to the table was during that HSI buyback mechanism, a lot of these stakes would just end up getting pushed into that auction. So there's a lot of commotion right now because we're coming up on the first day that those auctions will be possible, which is November 13th on UTC. And right now there's about 6,500 hex stakes that have been encapsulated and put there that'll be going to auction to the highest bidder. So that's going to be fun to watch how that plays out. Aside from that, I've been working on building a small data center to bring services for other projects to the Pulsechain ecosystem. And this is mostly going to revolve around archive nodes, hosted subgraphs, and doing event caching and stuff like that. So there'll be more details on that when that becomes more of a reality, but it's been a large time sink lately for me.
Yeah, I saw your little video on Instagram there. I'm like, dude, a whole warehouse? Like, that's awesome, man. You and I don't know if you have a team behind you or if it's just you, but either way, you're bringing awesome utility to Hex and obviously now Pulsechain. So thank you for all you do, and thank you for being a cornerstone of the community.
Yeah, it's hard work, but if we want to be relevant long term, these are kinds of things that we're going to end up needing.
Of course. All right. Well, I believe outside, I seem to be the last builder that is going to speak on their project this evening. So my name is KG. I am the founder of the Internet Money ecosystem. And our big update for the night is we have entered into private beta, and we are on track to release our public beta on iOS, Android, and as a Chrome extension this month. We are building the first tokenized multi-chain EVM wallet of its kind. If that was a mouthful for you, it's like MetaMask, although we're building from the ground up. We're not forking MetaMask, but it has the same function as MetaMask in that you can connect to your favorite EVM or Ethereum-based chain. But the major difference that we have that MetaMask doesn't have is we are the first crypto wallet in history to share 100% of its fees with the holder of our native token, WD, or wallet dividend. All you have to do is hold that token, and whatever chain that is being transacted on and you hold it on, you earn passive income in the form of Pulse, ETH, BNB, Matic, AVAX, Phantom, whatever EVM chain you're holding WD on, that's the chain you earn fees. Only 2 billion tokens, no inflation in that token. It's beautiful. It's the first of its kind. I truly believe that it's going to change the future of crypto wallets as we know it. You can follow us on Twitter at InternetMoneyIO, our website, internetmoney.io. Everything's InternetMoney.io. We're very active in Telegram. That is probably the best place to learn more and ask questions. That's our big update. Public beta this month. Stay tuned. And I believe that is all of the builders. Thank you all for presenting tonight. Thank you all for your updates. Thank you all for your hard work. This just goes to show the power of this community, that we are all still so engaged and so inspired by what we're building, that we are here together to show support for one another, to show support for the community. So thank you all for being here.